So guys, today's lesson is about stem cells, what they are, what they can do, where you can find them. So as always, let's get to the marks. Stem cells are unchanged cells. We say they are undifferentiated cells. This means they can change into other types of cells. We say that stem cells can differentiate. Look at the different specialized cells that stem cells can become. Here in this picture, we've got a group of cells that are identical, called stem cells. These can change their physical structure and become cells that are specialized for a job, like muscle cells, intestinal cells, liver cells, blood cells, or nerve cells. Specialized cells you can learn a lot more about in another one of the videos. But let's get on with stem cells. There are two main types of stem cells found in animals. Embryo stem cells, which can differentiate, specialize into any other type of cell, or we have adult stem cells. And these stem cells can only change, differentiate, or specialize into a few types of cell. Which type of stem cell is more useful? Now, we find embryo stem cells in animal embryos. After fertilization with the sperm and the egg, they form an embryo. Whereas adult stem cells we find inside bones in the bone marrow. Stem cells are very exciting for scientists and medical professionals. Imagine the possibilities for medicine and research. Stem cells can be grown in the laboratory from embryos and bone marrow, and then they can be cloned to make genetically identical copies. These cloned stem cells can be made to differentiate into any type of cell. In medicine, stem cells from adult bone marrow are already being used to replace blood cells in patients, or faulty blood cells. One day we may be able to use these embryo stem cells to cure people from paralysis or to grow new organs. The ability to treat many diseases may lie in the use of stem cells. Some scientists are worried that stem cells could be rejected by a patient's body. Rejection is when a person's immune system, their own white blood cells, attack the cells and tissues that is viewed as foreign. Here is a cell being attacked by a white blood cell. However, this problem has been overcome by therapeutic cloning. Therapeutic cloning makes stem cells with identical genes to the patient, and so reducing the possibility of rejection. In the UK, there are strict guidelines on stem cell research, but in some countries it is banned altogether. Some people have concerns over stem cell medicine. A virus could invade a stem cell and then be passed on to a patient. Human embryos are destroyed, and this is potential human life. Plants also have stem cells. Plant stem cells are found in the tip of the shoot and the root. The tip of the shoot and the root are known as the meristem. In animals, once we grow past the embryo stage, they will only have adult stem cells, which means their stem cells can only differentiate into a few types, like we saw earlier with blood cells. This means if you had your arm amputated, it would not grow back. Plants keep their meristem throughout their whole adult life, which means you can take a cutting from a plant and grow an identical copy, or thousands of identical copies. We can grow identical clones of plants from cuttings or meristem tissue. This is useful in horticulture or agriculture, as it can make identical copies quickly and cheaply. We can grow whole crops of plants that are identical and all have the same desired features, such as disease resistance. Now you can pause the video and we can go through these questions. Are you ready? What word do we use when a stem cell specializes? Differentiate. Name the two types of adult stem cells, embryo stem cells and adult stem cells. Where do we find adult stem cells? In the bone marrow. Which type of animal cell can differentiate into any type of cell. That's the embryo stem cells. Why is the medical profession interested in stem cells? Curing diseases. What do we call the type of cloning that produces stem cells that contain the patient's own genes? Therapeutic cloning. What are the two main concerns with stem cells? Virus transfer into a patient and embryo destruction, which is potential human life. Where do we find plant stem cells? In the shoot tip and the root tip. What is this type of plant tissue called? The meristem. How can stem cell clones help with farming? Producing disease and insect-resistant crops. Okay, I hope you found this useful. Rewatch the video, subscribe and like so I can produce lots more videos to help you with your GCSE science. And as always, guys, let's get to the marks.